Hello and welcome to Coastal Crafts. Feels like a while since I have filmed, it probably is, but I'm into the joys of half term, and my half term started amazingly because I got to go to the craft show, and I love a good craft show. I really do. I really enjoy it. I know it's shopping, and obviously I love shopping. But yeah, and it was really good this time because being near Valentine's and just, I guess, being the winter and wanting to cheer ourselves up, we also booked into a hotel afterwards. So this was Exeter, Devon. So we booked into a hotel near Dartmoor, and it was absolutely lovely. And you got to go and feed, not go, I didn't feed, they went and fed the deer, like the staff, and you got to go along and watch them. And I love animals, so I really, at the hotel this was, and yeah, I really enjoyed it. I might try and insert some little clips of that for anyone who's interested. But yeah, it was lovely. But as I say, on Saturday, we went up with myself and my partner. He has no interest in crafting, so he just does bag holding. But he does it really well, so that's all good. So you get your little show guide, which is, I was going to show you, but it's not very interesting, is it? 'Cause it's just a list of shops, and in all honesty, I probably never really look at it. That's one we went to. No, that isn't. Bath and West. Bath and West. That's saying about the next one. Bath and West Showground. 11th to the 13th of April. I'm actually away then, which is a good thing because it will just be the same stall holders, I'm sure, as it's Bath is quite near to Exeter. But anyway, if you were to want to go along to buy any of this stuff, they will have all the same stuff at this one in April. Yeah, just looking to see if that one was a date. They did give me one with the dates of the next year's one. Who knows what I did with that. Anyway, on to what I actually picked up in the show. So it'll be in a completely random order because I just have a massive bag behind me, but I'll get some of the less interesting stuff out the way. And I'm sure I bought this last time I went, and I do buy this quite often because I really like this card. It's a 300 GSM 100 pack for £5.99 if you can see the price. It's the one that I've been using for ages. I've gone through lots of these packs, which is mental. I use it for stamping and card bases. It's just so strong. I'm all about strong cards. I really like a good strong card. So I picked that one up for £5.99. Yeah, where am I going to go? I will try and get through more cards. So there was another store where they were doing, you could pick up 12 £1 items for £10 and all these little paper packs for £12. And I hate how glary it all is. And then I make it all rustly. But to be honest, I'm going to take it all out of these packets because they're really annoying anyway. So this was like a pearlescent navy. In the shop, it sort of looked really pearlescent. In the show. And then I got it outside in daylight and it didn't look it, but now it looks it again. So who knows? I thought that'd be nice for die cutting. And this one's quite thin, so I think you've got 15 sheets. Let's try and do some of this off camera so you can see that one there. That's a lovely rainbow. This one I went for, it's kind of shiny. It's a thick card. I don't entirely know what I'm going to do with this one. Fireworks, some kind of firework base. You've got 5 of those for £1. Obviously in the 10 for £12 deal, so I guess it works out slightly less than £1. Ought to be able to do that maths, but I can't. I like this one. It's more of a matte finish on this one. Just sniffing it, got a funny smell, but that smell will go, I'm sure, if I leave it out. I just think that'd be really nice. It was like a sentiment die cut from that, would have a bit of ombre to it. Then I got, this is not as exciting, but they were 300 GSM, and I just needed some plain coloured card. This is a brown, which is useful. I use that for all sorts of things, as it turns out. I'm trying to give examples. Animals, trees. Blue is always a useful colour because I love a bit of blue. This one, some kind of, I thought it was pale pink in the shop, but actually now it looks beige, which is just as useful, to be honest, like a vanilla-y beige. So you get 10 in a 300 GSM. I'll take it out, so I've already taken these ones out anyway. This is the green, which you can always use for Christmas and stuff. Yeah, it's a nice quality. I don't know if no, I wouldn't, because 300 grams per square metre, I mean, that can still vary, you know. The weight is going to be the same, but the quality obviously can still vary dramatically because that's just a density, isn't it? But yeah, we go. They do feel really nice quality, in case you're wondering and thinking about buying it. So however many that's got onto, I've also got this one, so we still haven't reached 12 yet. Be counting. This one says seconds on it, so like 5 sheets seconds. Sparkly one, a touch of craft, that must be the name of the store. And you can see the seconds. What a horrible glare there, but I don't mind that because I'm most likely going to die cut this anyway. And I just thought it's quite disco, isn't it? Don't know what I can do with it really, but I thought it'd be nice for die cutting. But they didn't just have, it wasn't just card packs. So for my rest of my 12, I picked up some of these cute flowers. So these were £1 as well. Just thought they were pretty. And also picked up some flowers in the white, because white goes with everything, in my opinion. What else did I get? This one and this one. Yeah, this should make 12 for those people who are excitedly counting. I'll show you. I got these in a pack of 5. Yeah, I thought these would be nice. I'm not entirely, you can see the head, can't you? There we go. Not entirely sure what I'm going to do with them, but I feel like there are ideas somewhere in my head for those. Hello, we've gone out of focus. And last but not least, these jewels. I just thought we got loads in a pack, and I quite like the fact they were dark and shiny. So that was my 12 for £10. My partner was there going, do you really need more cards? But I felt that I did, so I got it. And then on other stalls, where this one I opened up whilst we were away, and I was starting to fiddle with it, and then realised that attempting to do it in a hotel room with no glue or anything was a bad idea. But this was in another store where they were selling them off for £1, and it's a set to make a little decoupage card, where you stick it all and have volume. And I just thought it was really cute because I really like, you can't really see it properly, can you? I just really like country kitchen style. That's very me. So it's going to have that, and it's going to have like a little drawer that comes out. Anyway, if I manage to finish that, I will show you. But yeah, I like anything that's kind of that sort of country kitchen vibe. So I got that one for £1. And then also on that store, they had these, the other kind of, oh, that goes with it, the other kind of decoupage. I call them 2 different kinds. You might call them the same thing. They had these for £1, these lovely tissue papers, and I just think they're so pretty. I love anything really that Santori does. I think it's beautiful. And I think I would cut out these little images as well and incorporate them somehow. This was my favourite because, of course, it's seasidey. I love it. And to go with that, funny looking mermaids. I think they're really pretty. And they had loads of them. They had absolutely loads. And I could have bought multiples, but I don't use stuff enough to require multiples of anything really. So those are my things. Oh, they had another store where they were selling stuff off for £1. This was, I think it's Stamposaurus store. These ones are quite possibly normally £1. I'll show you some other bits that I picked up. So these are a pack of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 little containers. And as you can see, I've already started putting some of those gems in. That's just ultimately what I'm going to use them for. I don't know how I got that on there, but they're nice tight seal actually, but a good lip so you can pick them up. But I would feel like comfortable sending that to somebody and not worrying about it all falling out. So they were £1. What else do they have on that store that they were selling off for £1? Right, a couple of bits I'm not going to show you because I'm going to send them in a swap. They were a really good deal, so you just have to imagine. They had these I thought were really cute, really unnecessary purchase, but I'm going to take them out. They're woodware metal charms, but I've got this lovely die that I bought from AliExpress that's like a it's not like, it actually is the image of a ballet dress, and I can have it hanging up from these little metal coat hangers. And I just love sort of, I'm not like someone who wears fashion, but because I used to do lots of sewing, I kind of like that whole sort of fashion design type thing and sewing type things like that. So despite the fact I don't really wear fashion, I enjoy that kind of Chanel type style to look at. This was also £1, so previously their stencil had been £2.99. and now they're all down to £1. I've already got quite a lot of stencils, so I didn't go crazy, but I quite liked that one. I just thought even with like just doing like little sections of it, that would look really cool. Get out of the way stuff. What else did I buy for £1? As I say, one thing that I'm not going to show you, but I did get this, which was reduced from £6 to £1. Lovely photopolymer Stamposaurus stamp. I'm going to pull them out just because the shininess is just bugs me. It says all things grow with a little love, and look, I just think that's such a cute design. It reminds me almost of like those kind of, not whimsical, but little sketchy Roald Dahl drawings. Roald Dahl, however you say his name, anyway. So it's a little greenhouse, really cute. So I like that for £1. I just thought that is a bargain. I know I'm trying not to buy any more stamps because I got too many, but it was so cute that I couldn't resist. What else did I buy? So I decided, because I loved my Tim Holtz scissors that my partner gave me. I just love Tim Holtz, I think. I'm such a sucker. Oh, I've got paint on it. That's the ones he gave me, the short ones. I was like, I'm going to get the big ones, because I keep buying scissors this size from Poundland, and because they're really useful, aren't they, for cutting paper at length. I thought, you know what, let's buy something a bit more quality, and they're all like squidgy handles. Anyway, I like them. I quite possibly just like them because they're Tonic and Tim Holtz, and they're two brands that I like. That's really sad, but they were £10 something, like £10.95 or 10. So sorry about that slight glitch there, as my phone decided that I had been talking for too long, so I had to take some of the memory off. So from the same stall, I picked up some more of these little fine nib pots. I found that the best option is just to keep having lots, and every time they get all gunked up, getting rid of them, which sounds very wasteful, but I haven't really found any better way of ensuring that it's, you know, just comes out really easily. So there we go, picked up another 3 of those for £2.20. They're the Woodware brand again. And I also picked up some more of these Distress Oxides. They seem to be a good price. What was it, something like 3 for, was it 14? 3 for £14? I can't remember. Something like that. Something reasonable, I think, compared to the other stores. It was fractionally cheaper. So I picked up this Victorian velvet colour. And I'm sure, using the magic of me having a piece of paper underneath here, I can roughly show you the colour. Look how pretty that is. So I'd already seen someone else use this on a YouTube video and thought, that is the colour, just as Distress Oxide, that I want next. That's pretty. If you can see it, it's like a, if you can see it, there we go. I don't know, like a sort of a natural pink. And then I got this one, which is Aged Mahogany, and I know I'm using the same thing, but it doesn't seem to make a massive amount of difference doing that. So that's like a darker burgundy. It'd probably be even more dark if I wasn't using the same pot, so they'll go quite nicely together. And lastly, I got a black soot. So I actually already own 2 of these in like a mini Distress ink. So now I'm getting them in the larger Distress Oxide, because I actually prefer Distress Oxide. So that's your black. I thought that will definitely come in handy. So yeah, my 3 new ones, all open and ready to go. Exciting. Now we're going to have a little splodge there for the remainder of the time. From one of the stalls where they just had loads of lovely stamps and dies. They had all the new Sarah Davis collection, and I was just like, I can't buy loads of stuff from here because I already have so many stamps and dies. I'm constantly getting them, and I was trying to kind of wean myself away from that, but I saw this one and I just thought, look how pretty that flower looks. And just, I haven't got a die that looks like that, you know. And then I was like, umming and ahhing over it. My partner goes, oh, I'll buy that one for you, probably just to try and keep me moving. And I do love anything Paris as well. I keep looking at the Paris, look how big it is, massive, the Parisian paper set that she does. and just thinking how pretty it is and thinking, oh, should I order it or not? And I haven't got, I don't know. I don't really need any more paper, as you can probably tell. But yeah, she's a funny lady, isn't she? She sort of looks kind of glamorous. And then I saw her talking on a video and she's kind of quite like, is it Birmingham or somewhere? I don't know. Expecting her to have this sort of very glamorous voice. I don't know why. So from another stall, they were selling off the Stampendous embossing powders for £2, and look at the size pot you get. You absolutely loads in there. So I thought I'm going to have myself some of those. That's like a gold colour. Wow, that is a lot of embossing powder, isn't it? And this is like a, I keep saying like, I spent too much time with the children. I need a week off, don't I? Is that a burgundy? It's almost on the side of purple, isn't it? Very pretty. I don't have any colours like that. And a green. Don't have a green at all. If they'd had a blue, I would have really liked a blue, because we're doing a lot of blue projects. And that'd be great for Christmas as well. So yes, good bargain on those. And she said that she was getting them just because, or she gets selling them off because can't order those anymore, or something, so can't restock them. And I got grey flannel, because just my mementos. I really like these little memento ones. And I don't have this colour, so we will see. Possibly darker, I think, than the one I've already got. How much was that one? £1.85. I was going to get a few of them because I sort of took a chart to remind myself what colours I had. And I was like, oh, £1.85, I don't know. So I didn't, and I don't really need a whole load. So that was a good move. What else? Let's move on. And I also picked up from, let's see if I have the little leaflet for this one, the Craft Studio and the Craft Barn. And I often see this lady at that craft show, and she was very friendly. This was like it is an MDF pack to make up. It says mini book storage, so if you had the kit to make the little mini books, you could put them on there. I'm probably just going to use it as storage to put on, I don't know, like paints or those little Nouveau drops. So £3.99. I've already tried making it up and thought how sweet it was. So, you know, it's like the height of my hand and the width of my hand. That's sort of how big that is roughly. And also from that store, what did I pick up? Some little bits of this and that. I got 35p. I just thought that's so cute. I have to pick that up. The little wooden MDF bunnies kissing each other. I'm going to somehow incorporate that into my Easter crafting. And the last thing I got from that store, and I would have got more of this if they'd had it, but it was a Stamperia paper, Alice in Wonderland, and literally all the other Alice in Wonderland papers must have been sold. This was the only one there, which was a bit sad because I wanted to have more of them. I just totally want to make an Alice in Wonderland album and probably other Alice in Wonderland stuff. And I just love it. I think it's beautiful. The back is kind of plain and ordinary, but we know I'm going to use this side. It's £1.50 a sheet, but I absolutely loved it. So if there had been other ones, I would have got them. What else did we get up? So picked up some just little cheapies, as you do at the craft fair, just typical, the red tape, 50p. These were reduced. These are some more wire clippers. They were down to £2, and I thought my ones aren't really great for getting really in between those tiny dies, and this one seemed to be really pointy and small, and I thought that is going to get my dies apart. That is what I'm going to use that for, because I can't stand it when I can't break them apart. What else? Some other randomy little bits and pieces. So I got a whole load of this, like one of those little bundles, £1.80. I think it's 4.5 meters, and I just thought that's really pretty on one of the kind of fabric and sort of notions and things stall. Let's try and, does that want to focus in? There we go. Isn't that pretty? It is stretchy, which isn't as good for paper craft, but you know, I will definitely be using that on projects because I love that. And then these were 20p each, different charms, so I chose some. I'd probably keep them in the bag. So this one, or mirror, I thought reminded me, I know it's more Alice through the Looking Glass, but that's what I was thinking with that one. And same with a little teapot for like Alice in Wonderland, tea time one. Then some little stars, because I just love stars. I might either try and make myself a necklace or some kind of charm. And a few seasidey ones. So got those ones. came to £1.40 in total. And I also picked up from, I really wanted some cheap paintbrushes, and the man who I normally buy cheap paintbrushes from didn't seem to be there. But I got this one, I think it was £2, and I was happy enough with that. Feels lovely. And I'm going to use that for doing my painting with. I'm not going to put glue on this. Remind me of this if you ever see me putting glue on it. I'm not to do that. And I've got one of these for £1 because I thought that'd be really nice for spreading modelling paste and stuff, and I haven't got a metal one already, and I just thought that shape just felt right. So that was £3 in total. We're getting down to the end. You'll be pleased to know. Oh, I forgot to mention before that I picked up some of this flower foam. I've not tried this before. I've seen people talk about that foamerin, is it called, which is thin foam. And sort of thought about trying it. So they're meant to be extra thin, and I thought I'm going to give this a go for making flowers. And how many sheets do you get? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It says 6 there, doesn't it? 0.8 millimeters. So I'm going to give this a go. Any tips for using this, do let me know. And I know on the back of this sheet I have already opened up and had a look. It sort of shows you about the kind of colouring of it and trying to do that. So I'm going to try that out. And then I went to another stall, which I'm going to try and insert a clip for.
I've got a pro marker, but you can see all she's done is run over. Not with pen. She's just run over with an ink pad.
How they were, how the lady demoing was really curling her flowers and making them look beautiful. And she was using these round nose, these exact ones. She was using these round nose pliers, and she just seemed to be able to do a really good job. I imagine because she was good at what she was doing. But just seeing if I don't think I have a flower cut. Got one cut from metal, it's not quite the same. But yeah, I just thought this is going to, it just seemed a much easier way of doing it, really curling it. And I know that's different because this is made from like an old Coke can, or putting it in and bending it this way and that, and different things. Yep. So I'm hoping to make some beautiful flowers using these. These were £5.99, so it's a bit of a bigger purchase, I felt, for pliers. From this stall, Britannia Dies round nose pliers, and my partner very kindly bought me those as well, because I kept looking at them and being like, I want to make beautiful flowers. So he just sort of gave in and gave me that, probably to shut me up. And what was that? Last thing, where have I put that? Last thing pretty much that I bought was just a magazine, because I can't go to a craft show, it seems, without picking up a magazine. This one's from, I believe, 2016, but it was £3, and you get cute tattered lace die, because I like the tattered lace magazines, and all of the ones that were selling off the tattered lace ones, they were all the exact same one. Otherwise I probably would have looked through and picked up another one. I think she's really pretty. I'm absolutely going to look forward to die cutting her. And of course you get different papers, don't you? There's no point me showing you the projects because they're from 2016. I like them. I'm going to look through them and think, what can I do with them? But whether that would be of any interest to anyone else, I think that paper's really beautiful. Halloween one. Don't do much for Halloween. And I think that one's really pretty as well. And they're decent quality, aren't they, in the tattered lace magazines? So I was happy to pay £3 for that. And to finish off, I'll just say I had an absolutely lovely time, first of all. We did go around and we got given one of these bags from the Manor House and Ashbury hotels, where they do all these crafty holidays. And I actually felt kind of sucked into that, and I thought, you know what? Little pen they give you. I think we kind of want to go and do. Yes, my partner and I think we do want to go and do one of these holidays. We get to go and do crafting. Anyone ever been on one before? And you can do crafting. It's not just crafting though, which was how we were both interested. You know, you can do shooting and archery, and they had, you know, I don't know if I got the picture on here, but it looked like a nice spa, which of course is what draws me in. I haven't got a photo of it. We've had a nice photo of it before. And swimming pool and stuff. So yeah, if anyone's been on one of those, we're thinking that they looked quite good fun. Yeah, so I have still got a haul from previously to show you, but I wanted to get all this stuff on because there's so much stuff, and I do treat myself when I go to the craft fairs because I just absolutely love it. So I've had a fantastic weekend. I hope you have, and do stay in touch. Speak to you soon. Bye.